Ackerman was not fit to take his place in the World 11, so Ackerman is not playing. Farouk Engineer, the wicketkeeper for the World 11. The team is Gavaskar, Lloyd, Beatty, Cunis, Sobers, Hutton, Kanhai, Intercarb, Craig, Abbas and Engineer, with Masood as the 12th man. The Australian team is Francis, Stackpole, Ian Chappell, Redpark, Walters, Sheehan, Marsh, O'Keefe, Jenner, Mackenzie and Lillee, with Greg Chappell, the 12th man. And there was a fairly confident appeal from Greg. Peter, later I've got a suspicion that was bat and pad, wasn't it?
Yes, it was bat and pad. I think he just nicked it. Bruce France just nicked that ball onto his pad. It was certainly very straight, but I think also it might have been a bit high, him above the roll of the pad. And as we saw in the previous ball, there's quite a lot of bounce in this wicket. It's only Greg 6'7", and a lot of bounce there. I think it was a little bit high, perhaps.
And that's going to be the first run of the match. Sobers is fielding, and they've taken one. Francis, a single, the opening score for Australia in the second over of the morning. Oh, beautiful shot from Stackpole, and that's going to be 4. And Stackpole is now 23, and the total is 35. Greg is just waiting on Lloyd to get back into position. Lloyd fielding at extra cover. And that's 4 more. And that's going to be 4 more. Brilliant play by Stackpole.
Those of you who haven't watched Bob Cunis before may wonder if he's losing his run. This little bit of shuffle he starts with is just a mannerism he has.
And Intercarb is chasing that. It could be Stackpole's 50. They've gone for 1. Back for 2. Stackpole's 50. Stackpole's 50 in 45 minutes included 8 fours. 50 in 45 minutes, 8 fours. And Australia, none for 65. Four runs there. Greg is coming around. Will he get there in time? It's going to be almost a dead heat. Yes, he stopped it with his boot. And they're going to come back for 3. Oh, fine return from Greg. That was from right out of the boundary, and he dropped it right into Engineer's gloves. Stackpole 55, Francis 22, and the total is now 77. Australia, none for 77. And we've had nearly exactly an hour's play. Caught. Yes, he's out. Caught by Hutton at second slip. And that is the first wicket down. Francis out, caught Hutton, bowled Sobers for 22, and the first wicket is down at 77.
Sobers bowling his 8th over. Lloyd.
bowled him. Clean bowled him. A change of pace. Beautiful ball from Sobers. Stacked hole. Bowled by Sobers for 55. Chappell not out one. Redpath, the new batsman. Sobers 2 for 39. And that's the end of a very fine performance indeed by Keith Stackpole.
Incidentally, it would appear that Sobers is working on a roster system with his slips fielding. Sobers is there at the moment. We've had Gavaskar there and also Abbas. So the idea is obviously not to leave any one of them there for too long a period.
Also, I think that Sobers seems to be nursing his leg still. He's got a little bit of fluid on his knee, and I think we may well see him taking a bit of time off in the slips.
And he's caught that time. Redpath is out for 15. Caught by Hutton, second slip of Cunis, and the third Australian wicket is down at 121. Now we're going to have Cunis starting a new over, and he's bowling to Chappell. And he's got that one through. Lloyd is chasing it, but it's going to beat him. 4 runs to Chappell. And that's about the first really firm, well-timed and well-placed shot we've seen since lunch. Chappell is 41, and it's 3 for 136. Very, very close to the edge of the bat. Oh, another beautiful shot from Chappell, and that's going to be 4. Chappell goes to 45, and the total to 141. And he'll get a run there. Well, it be's 50. He's gone through for 1. Into carb fielding. Yes, they'll take 2, and there's the Chappell 50. Carb is vice-captain of the World 11. He's captain of the Pakistan side. All 4 runs to Chappell. Chappell 56, 3 for 171.
I don't think there's any worthwhile move afoot in putting the spinners on if the ball's still swinging as much as it is. It's probably not because of the newness of the ball, but simply because there's this very strong southwesterly breeze that is making the ball deviate in the air.
And Hutton bowling with it. Chappell's bowled is, yes, hit the ball on. Chappell's out. Chappell bowled Hutton 56. Walters not out 24. 3 sundries. Australia 4 for 175. That's the first wicket to Hutton. His figure's 1 for 31, and Hutton will bowl to Sheehan. And very close to a chance. It's going to be a run that was dropping just away and ahead of Kenhai in front of him in the gully, and Sheehan gets his first run. Sheehan 1, Walters 24, 4 for 176, and not a very good first run to Paul Sheehan. Not so much the run, but the stroke. Lloyd, and that's the end of the over, the end of Hutton's 7th over. That one cost him 3 runs, and he took a wicket off the first ball. So his figures 1 for 34.
Well, it's true what Norman May said, that this present total 4 for 178 doesn't represent a sizable total at all when one considers the wealth of talent that lies in the rest of the world batting. However, I think one's got to consider, when you look at the world batting, how the Australian pace bowlers will perform under the conditions that exist here at the West Australian Cricket Ground. The wicket is hard, it's firm, there's lots of bounce in it. The wicket is in the right quarter to help the outswinger from this end that Grigg is going to bowl from right now. It helps the in-swinger, as Hutton has showed us, from the river end. And I think with Mackenzie bowling from the river end and Lillee bowling from the pavilion end, the Australian attack could look quite formidable on this wicket, and it might reduce and surprise the rest of the world batting.
Greg to Sheehan. Bowled him, clean bowl. Hit him all ends up. Sheehan, bowled Greg 1. Walters not out 26. 3 sundries. Australia 5 for 178. Greg has taken his first wicket, 1 for 48. The new batsman is Marsh. Sheehan leaves the scene. Australia in real trouble. Now, first ball to Marsh, Greg the bowler. And a run, that's to Beatty, misfielding at backward square, and a roar from the crowd as Greg is, as Marsh rather, the local boy is off the mark. He's 1. Marsh 1, Walters 26, 5 for 179. And this partnership might be a crisis for Australia. Coming down to the bowlers after this, only O'Keefe, Jenner, Mackenzie and Lillee left to bat. Marsh has a batting reputation, so this is the last stand of the recognised batting players in the Australian team. Greg bowling to Walters. Oh, perfectly timed. Good shot. Walters not even moving. Straight through the gap in the covers. Walters 30, Marsh 1, 5 for 183. An interesting shot that, because Walters moved straight into it and the ball didn't appear to swing as far as the other one, but the batsman may have felt that the ball was going to swing, but Walters played it very confidently. Over the head of the keeper, down to the boundary for 4. Now that must be off the bat, I'd say. We'll wait for the umpire's call. Yes. He's hit it, made contact right over the head of the keeper, way down to the boundary. 4 more to Walters. He's 34. Marsh 1. 5 for 187.
And so Australia are now 7 for 319. Australia 7 for 319. O'Keefe out for 22. Well, as I mentioned there before Cunis came into bowl, he had been moving this ball around quite a lot during the day and swinging it away from the bat, and that was an example where O'Keefe played for it and found that edge. And you'll see that it was quite a high and easy catch to Greg, who I believe came from third slip across in front of second, but we'll check that. There it is, swings away, and yes, Greg did come from third slip across in front of Hutton at second to take the catch. 7 for 319.
The new batsman is Terry Jenner.
Now Jenner just checking guard. Really difficult time for him with only 32 minutes to play. And he's got it over the top for 4. Popped it up over the top for 4. I don't think Cunis was too impressed by it, but Jenner is quite happy to have the 4 runs. Jenner 4, and the total 323. Walters 123.
And a great catch by Engineer. Magnificent catch by Engineer at the first ball of Greg's over. And Walters out. Caught Engineer. Bowled Greg 125. Jenner not out 6. The new batsman is Mackenzie. Australia 8 for 327. and Greg has 2 for 88. 209 minutes for Walters and 13 fours. Greg to Mackenzie. Now, it's only 25 minutes to go before the scheduled end of the day's play. Of course, if we get to 10 to 6 in the last wicket falls, that's the end of the day because there must be 10-minute change of innings. He's out, caught behind, another catch to Engineer. Mackenzie, caught Engineer, bowled Greg, no score. Australia 9 for 327. Jenner not out 6. And the last batsman to come in is Lillee, and Greg has 3 for 88. Lillee has 2 balls to face in this over. Up goes the extra man to the catching position. It's virtually a 4-slip formation and 1 gully. There's also a deep third man. It's in the air and it's safe. Yes, at least 1, probably 2. Yes, they're going for the second. It's Lloyd fielding. Lillee 4, Jenner 17, 9 for 342. Abbas coming out of the slip area with Jenner on strike, or rather Lillee on strike. They say Lillee's forcing stroke has changed the field, so he's achieved something. That better shot, a good shot. Coming down towards the boundary, we'll probably get 4 here. The ball might leave the field, it's going to be close. And so well timed. But it's under the sideboard, it's 4. Now they're going to run 3. An attempted double play for the run out of the far end, but Lillee gets 3 runs for that shot, and that was a good shot. Lillee on to 7, Jenner 17. 9 for 345 at the end of the over. Cunis has 2 for 86. The last over of the day coming up, in time for a last comment. Frank Tyson.
Well, I must say it's been a very entertaining game so far. I suppose the highlight of today's play has been Walt's innings of 125. It wasn't a classic innings in any respect. Many of his shots were not timed well. He was dropped a minimum of 3 times, all off the unlucky Cunis. But nonetheless, he stuck to his job and went for shots at every conceivable opportunity. Stackpole's attitude was commendable. His 55 in 45 minutes was an admirable piece of aggression.
Lillee keeps the strike for the last over. Greg Bowley.
They're playing that favourite shot of the tail enders, the cross-batted slog.
Well, I think if it had connected that time, it would have ended up in the water, which is about 3 cricket pitches away.
I think before we finish tonight, we must say something about the bowling of Cunis, who has put up a tremendous performance of endurance. He deserves better than his figures of 2 for 86 at the moment. We've had 4 chances dropped off him.
That's a good shot, way down to the boundary. And he connected that time. Lillee 11, Jenner 17, 9 for 349. And one final thought, Frank. If these 2 batsmen provide this over and they're not out overnight, in Ian Chappell's shoes, would you close or bat on?
Oh, I think I'd close. It would seem to me to be a pretty pointless exercise to go on tomorrow with the bowlers fresh. I couldn't conceivably visualize any great resistance from these 2 early tomorrow morning.
It's in the air. Is it safe? Underneath it is Lloyd. It must be out. And Lloyd takes the catch. Australia all out 349. Lillee caught Lloyd. Bowled Greg. For 11, Jenner not out 17. So 349. All of the runs scored on the first day, which is a very good score indeed. Yes, 6 sundries. 349 the total. And Greg finishing with 4 wickets. And again over the head of the gully man, out towards the boundary it goes. That's 2 of those shots in the 1 over, and 4 more to Engineer. And an amazing shot. He's caught and bowled. Great catch. Brilliant catch by Lillee. Engineer stood back and tried to hook that one more or less straight. It went in the mid-off area. Lillee took off in a flying dive and has caught and bowled Engineer. A brilliant catch by Lillee. And Lillee has 2 for 12. Engineer leading the scene, out for 13. Caught. Brilliantly caught. O'Keefe at the fourth slip took the touch brilliantly. Kenhai went back and played. It flew off the edge of the bat about chest high to O'Keefe. He got both hands to it. Beautiful catch and slips. We've seen so many slip catches drop. Well, no mistake about that one. Kenhai caught O'Keefe. Bowled Mackenzie for 10. Abbas not out 10. The world 11, 3 for 33. Lloyd is the new batsman. Mackenzie, 1 for 8. That one went right away. Marsh covering a lot of ground to make a good save. And you can no doubt here that it's a very enthusiastic crowd here. It's building up quite well. So I should imagine we'll see not so much a full house here at the WACA ground, but a good crowd as the day wears on. Lloyd getting a run. Has a shot at the stumps from the far end. There's a run-out chance on here. And he's out. Lloyd went right down to the far end. A dreadful mistake by Lloyd. He just went for the single. Abbas stayed where he was, and the two batsmen are together.
And as Abbas is out.
Abbas is out.
Abbas left his crease.
So they actually, the umpires have ruled that the batsmen crossed, and they crossed about a yard in front of the popping crease at the bowler's end. Now that's a most unusual dismissal. Abbas run out for 14. Lloyd still hasn't scored. The new batsman is Sobers. That's the 4th wicket to fall. 4 for 37.
And it's Lillee coming in from the river end, bowling to Greg. Good take there by Marsh. That ball was very wide on the leg side. Caught. Yes, a magnificent catch by Stackpole. A superb catch by Stackpole. Greg is out. Caught Stackpole. Bowled Lillee for 5. And the world 11 are in very big trouble. World 11, 5 for 46. Greg is out for 5. And Lillee has now taken his 3rd wicket. Lillee has 3 for 29. Dennis Lillee with these wonderful figures of 3 for 29. And he's very keen to get on with it. And now here's his first ball. Lillee bowling to Sobers. Sheehan, who's fielding at cover. Lillee has maintained the most attacking field here for Sobers. He's still using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a line of 5 slipsmen behind, and he's using 2 men on the leg side. 1 forward of the wicket on the off and 1 forward of the wicket on the on. Lillee bowling to Sobers. Caught. Yes, he's out. Caught by Marsh. And Sobers is out for a duck. And the world 11 are 6 for 46. World 11, 6 for 46. Sobers out for a duck. Caught Marsh, bowled Lillee. And Lillee now has 4 for 29. His 6th over. He has 4 for 29. And now he bowls to the new batsman in Hutton. Some wag in the crowd yelled out, "Have a go." And there's that array of slips again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. He has a cover fieldsman. And over on the other side, 2 short legs, 2 fine legs. 6 for 46. Lillee bowling to Hutton. Could be caught. He's out. He's caught. It was a great catch by Mackenzie. Mackenzie raced forward at short fine leg to take the catch. Hutton is out for a duck, and it's 7 for 46. World 11, 7 for 46. Lloyd not out 4. Hutton out for a duck, and Lillee has now taken 5 for 29, and in this, his 6th over, he has taken 3 wickets. So it's Walters to Intercab, and he'll get a run there. Redpath fielding. Intercab's first run, and that's the 50 up for the World 11. They're 7 for 50 from 12 overs in 75 minutes. Could be caught. He's going to be caught. Yes, Sheehan has caught him, and Lillee has taken his 6th wicket. Intercab is out. Caught Sheehan. Bowled Lillee for 1. The World 11 are 8 for 50, and Dennis Lillee has taken 6 for 29. And here's Lillee, 6 for 29, bowling to Cunis. Cunis facing Lillee. Caught. He's out. Caught by Stackpole. Cunis caught Stackpole. Bowled Lillee for no score. It's now 9 for 50, and Lillee has taken 7 for 29. Lillee 7 for 29. Lloyd not out 7. World 11 9 for 50. And here's Walters bowling to Lloyd, and he's hooked him, and it could be 4. Just waiting to see where the ball lands. It was 6. It was a 6 to Lloyd. Lloyd moves to 13, and the total to 56. 9 for 56. And that was very close to the edge. He's out. He's caught. Lloyd has been caught by Marsh off the bowling of Lillee for 14, and the World 11 are all out for 59, and Dennis Lillee has finished with the amazing figures of 8 for 29 from 7.1 overs. Dennis Lillee, 8 for 29 from 7.1 overs, and now almost to a man, the crowd is standing to cheer and clap this great performance by Dennis Lillee. Just listen to this reception as Lillee comes off the field.
In the second innings, Engineer caught Sheehan, bowled Lillee, no score, and Gavaskar bowled Mackenzie for 21. Not out batsman coming out now, Zahir Abbas, the tall Pakistani player, and West Indian Rowan Kanhai. Kanhai 69, Abbas 10, 2 sundries, 2 for 108. Now O'Keefe bowling to Abbas. And down to the boundary it goes, a long chase down there. I don't think the fieldsman will get to it. No, into the fence for 4, Lillee a long chase. Well-timed shot, and Abbas to 21. O'Keefe to Abbas. And they're taking a single. Marsh has a shot at this end. And the keeper almost a good throw. Abbas was still out of his ground. Abbas was run out in sensational fashion this morning when he was right down at the in-runs end. Lloyd crossed with him about a yard from the crease at this end, and he was given out because the batsman had crossed. He just stayed at home and sent Lloyd back, and finally he was given out, run out, although he hadn't moved 2 yards forward. Abbas 25, total 135. this time shot from Canhigh, bouncing in front of Walters at cover point. That's wide of Lillee, down to the fence for 4. Well placed by Canhigh. Canhigh 85, Abbas 25, 2 for 139. This has been a remarkable day's play. The brilliant bowling this morning by Lillee, the total collapse of the World 11. Now possibly we're in store for a batting treat the way Canhigh's going, so we should still see plenty of good cricket today. More runs. Possibly not 4. There's Stackpole chasing after it, and so too is the mid-on fieldsman who'll win the race. Stackpole is there first. Now he's not. That looks like Jenner, and they take 3.
And it's Mackenzie bowling to Canhigh on 99. There's the 100. It should be 4. Going through for 1. And now 2. And they ran 3. In fact, they could almost have taken another one. Well, it's a wonderful innings by Canhigh. And applause from all round this ground in recognition of some fine batting. And Abbas going for a single, have to hurry. And the Canhigh century, no chance of being run out. That hit umpire Lou Rowan in the nether regions. .186 minutes for Canhigh's 100, 102 in 186 minutes. Abbas 32 for 163.
Now play to continue. This is coming into the last hour of this second day of play. Quite a lot seems to have happened in 2 days. 2 completed innings, and we're now in the 3rd innings of the match, and not 2/5 of the way through. So keep to Abbas. Lillee fielding down a mid-off, fairly deep. Walters coming in, they're taking a single, but they were well through. A long way for Walters to move. Abbas on to 32, Canhigh 102, 2 for 164.
And I got the impression that that delivery from O'Keefe kept us a bit low.
So let's watch this time with Canhigh on strike. If O'Keefe can keep low, your suggestion, Frank, about Stackpole is not a bad one, because Stackpole tends to skid rather than spin.
Yes, he's more of a top spinner than a leg spinner, Keith Stackpole. He might make just a little bit of pace off the wicket.
Oh, through the field. Great shot from Canhigh off the back foot. He had not much room to move, but tremendous power in the stroke, beating Walters to the boundary. That's through. 4 more. Perfect placement between the backward point Mackenzie and cover point Walters. 2 fours in the over to Canhigh. He moves on to 110 and the total to 172. Spin from the far end again. This is Jenner bowling to Canhigh. He's bowled in. And looking at the bottom of his bat, and Jenner has bowled Canhigh for 118. Abbas not out 33. 5 sundries. 3 for 181. And Jenner has 1 for 28. The new batsman should be Lloyd. And Rowan Canhigh, the century maker, his 2nd century in these series of matches, leaves the scene out for 118.
Dennis Lillee must be feeling tired, and I think this is amply shown by the fact that he's not bowling anywhere near the pace he generated this morning.
Well, an onside shot from Abbas, and it's going to be 4 runs. That's the first time we've really seen him get inside the line of flight, and he had the tendency to go back the other way first, but it was it's a real indication that Lillee has lost a fair amount of pace now to what he was this morning. He was really expressed right through the morning. The bus goes to 44, Lloyd 4, 3 for 198, is it? Yes, 3 for 198. I don't think the bus would have played that shot this morning, Frank.
No, I don't think he would. He'd have probably been halfway in his backswing when the ball hit him.
Well, there was almost a run out then. There was a yes and no. Lloyd stayed at home. He wasn't going to move, and Abbas is talking to Lloyd. Well, previously Lloyd ran and Abbas stayed at home. So we'll just term that as a lack of understanding between wickets between the two.
Or shall we say an attempt to redress the balance.
And it's going to be Dennis Lillee coming in from the river end. Lillee bowling to Abbas on 45. And he'll get runs there. O'Keefe is down deep to field. They'll take one. Now it's Lillee to bowl to Lloyd. And you'll get a run there. O'Keefe coming around again from deep fine leg. They've taken one. They're going back for two. And safely running for two. No ball. And he's hit it back over the top, and they should get 2 or 3 here. Francis is chasing it. They're coming back for 2. We'll watch this third run. There'll be a bit of nervousness out there between those two, but not this time. And they go for 3. So that was the end of the over. Abbas 47, Lloyd 14, 3 for 211. Lillee 11 overs, 1 for 52. There was a tremendous amount of general barracking going on at that far end of the ground. It's Mackenzie to relieve Lillee. Mackenzie bowling to Abbas. And again, it's O'Keefe to come up and field. They've gone for 1, and now Abbas hastening back for a second. And that's his 50. Abbas is 50. And he's batted on this ground 3 times in the last week. In fact, sorry, 4 times. This is the 4th time. And on 3 of those occasions, he has passed 50. Abbas 50, Lloyd 14, World 11, 3 for 214. Oh, very good stop there by Jenner. Yes, Jenner fielding at gully. Carried, he's out. Caught by Stackpole. Abbas caught by Stackpole off Mackenzie for 51, and the 4th wicket is down for 216. 4 wickets down for 216. Abbas caught Stackpole, bowled Mackenzie for 51. Lloyd remains not out 15. It'll be interesting to see what happens now. We have only 7 minutes of play to follow, and will there be a night watchman or not? And Mackenzie now has 2 for 56. Mackenzie 2 for 56. He got Gavaskar for 21 and Abbas for 51. And Bob Tunis, who was down to bat at number 9, has been promoted to try and stay there for this period tonight. I guess we'll have the end of Mackenzie's over and 1 more. Mackenzie bowling to Tunis. This will be the last ball of the over. We'll check that scoreboard clock. It's showing 4 minutes to 6. And if it's a spinner from this end, you never know. We could get in 2. Mackenzie to Tunis. He's bowled him. He played it on. The ball just hit the stumps and dislodged the bail. And so Mackenzie has taken his third wicket, 3 for 56. Tunis is without scoring, and the World 11 are 5 for 216. The hero of yesterday's play, Dennis Lillee, having a warm-up out there. We're about to see the first ball of the morning to be bowled. It won't be by Lillee. In fact, it's going to be O'Keefe coming down from the river end. Lloyd is 16, Sundries is 7, Greg no score, 5 for 217. Overnight, the World 11 in their second innings, 5 for 217. Greg no score. Lloyd is on 16, and O'Keefe will bowl to Lloyd. Here's the first ball of the morning. And he'll get runs immediately. In fact, it's going to be 4 runs to Lloyd. And Lloyd moves to 20, and the total is now 221. 5 for 221. Incidentally, we had some bad news about Bruce Francis. He apparently broke his thumb yesterday on the right hand and will be taking no further part in the match. And so Greg Chappell, the 12th man, is out there fielding in his place. O'Keefe bowling to Lloyd. And he could get 4 more. So there's a bright start to the day. Lloyd moves to 24. Sundries are 7, and it's now 5 for 225. 5 for 225, Lloyd 24, and Greg no score. O'Keefe bowling to Lloyd. And he'll get a single. Could even be 2. Jenner has a long run up from deep fine leg, and they're taking 2. And that's 4 runs, a magnificent shot through the covers by Lloyd. And he's 32. Could be caught. Yes, he's out. Caught by Stackpole. Stackpole taking the catch at square leg. And that's a big breakthrough for Australia. Lloyd out, caught Stackpole, bowled O'Keefe for 32. And the 6th wicket is down at 233. And a very disappointed Clive Lloyd walking back to the pavilion. And now it's O'Keefe bowling to Sobers. Oh, and that's a beautifully placed shot. Sobers 9, Greg 5, and it's 6 for 247. Jenner has that covered. It'll only be 1. And it's Lillee bowling to Greg. Is he out? Yes, he's caught. He's out, caught by Chappell. Greg Chappell taking the catch, and Lillee has broken through again, and the World 11 are now 7 for 258. World 11, 7 for 258, and look at the congratulations for Lillee. That's the 9th wicket he's taken now. It's Lillee's 9th wicket in this match, and Greg is out for 10. Sorry, his 10th wicket. I've robbed him of 1. It's his 10th wicket in the match. Greg out for 10. The incoming batsman will be Hutton, and the World 11 facing what appears to be absolutely certain defeat now, 7 for 258. And it's Lillee bowling his second over with the new ball to Sobers. Peter, it's quite extraordinary to see the way the World 11 batsmen have played that sort of shot so often in this match when consistently they've been in trouble.
Yes, well, I admire their attitude to play brighter cricket, but some of the shots that have been played have been quite ridiculous to me in situations when they're really in trouble. And we saw some extraordinary shots played yesterday, and again this morning Sobers has on 3 or 4 occasions gone to slash this ball outside the off stump, which is a risky stroke even if you're been set for some time.
Lillee bowling to Sobers. And he'll get runs there. It's wide of O'Keefe. They should get 2. Completing 1. Coming back for 2. Do they want 3? Yes, they're going for 3. Greg, you'll have to hurry. But the return is wide, very wide. Sorry, Hutton. Greg's not there. Hutton. And so goes now to 20, and the total to 264. 7 for 264, Sobers 20. And they're 26 runs behind. And now we'll have Lillee to bowl to Hutton. He was on his way in then, but he saw two fieldsmen still moving into position. Cheers from the crowd over there. Well, I'd say that even now the crowd is almost as big as yesterday. Beautiful sunny day in Perth, not a cloud in the sky, and the weather has been exactly like this for both World 11 games played over here. Now, I think for a moment there that Lillee was going to indicate he wanted a fieldsman closer in on the off. Yes, I think he does. He's talking to Ian Chappell, and I think he wants to bring Sheehan in. We'll wait and see what happens there. Now, Sheehan's not moving.
Yes, I think Dennis Lillee was indicating he wants a man in at Silly Point. Very,
Yes.
very square on the offside there, but he was looking quite disgusted at a couple of shots that Richard Hutton has played, but Ian Chappell's not having it. He says, no, we'll just leave it as it is.
Well, we're approaching the end of the first hour here. And in that first hour, so far, we've had 47 runs scored and 2 wickets fallen. 2 for 47 in the first hour. I'm sorry about that, but we appeared to lose sound on that dismissal. Hutton was out. Hutton out for 1, was it? Hutton out for 1, caught by Marsh. Apparently we lost commentary there for just a moment. We've changed microphones, but let's have a look at the dismissal now. A rising ball from Lillee, which is snicked behind to Marsh. There it is. And so Lillee has taken his 3rd wicket in this innings. Lillee now has 3 for 58, and the World 11 are 8 for 264. And Intercarb is coming to the wicket to join Sobers, and I'd say now that it's very doubtful that this game could possibly continue beyond lunch.
Well, I suppose if the World 11 is to salvage any prestige from this game, they must attempt to pass the Australian total of 349. And they'll do that when they reach 290, as Norman May has told you. But this, I think, would demand fairly sizable innings from Sobers. He'll have to try and play his shots and score a few runs quite quickly. And he'll expect support from Intercab, who, if the rest of the world go on and get a reasonable lead, approaching 100, Intercab will have to be there for some time. He's a determined sort of batsman, but against the pace of Lillee and Mackenzie, I doubt whether he'll do it.
Lillee to Sobers. Straight down the ground. 4 runs. Well, the typical Sobers shot here, a late flick. One man in the world who can do something like that. Now, Lillee, I should think, right through this match, hasn't been played like that before.
No, I would say not. And I think I detect in Gary Sobers now a determination to really go after the bowling. It's the only hope he's got. He's got to score some runs and play his shots, and he's going to promise us a few things in the next few minutes, I think.
That 4 takes him to 25, total 272. Only 18 more, and the scores, that's the total scores, would be level. Walter's doing the fielding. Batsman out today, Lloyd, was caught Stackpole, bowled O'Keefe 32. Gregg was caught by the substitute Greg Chappell, bowled Lillee for 10. And Hutton caught Marsh, bowled Lillee 1. No ball called. And where's that gone? Way over the head of Walters. Now it's not a firmly hit shot. That's rather Sheehan on that side. And they just take a single. Intercarb coming down to the strike. He's on 1. Sobers 27. 8 for 273. Lillee to Intercarb. And there's that right up in the air. A chance for Sheehan again. He must get this. And Sheehan has it. Intercarb caught Sheehan. Bowled Lillee for 1. Sobers not out 27. 9 for 273. And Intercarb out in exactly the same way as he was in the first innings for the same score. Mackenzie to Sobers, and Sobers hitting out. It's going through the covers, 4 runs. Sobers 31, Beatty yet to score, 9 for 277, and the difference in scores only 13 runs. So Sobers in that vein for a couple of overs could force the Australians to bat again. Taking a single. Let's see what happens. Will they go for 2? Yes, a shot up to the stumps here from Lillee. And Sobers going fast. The bails are off, but let's see what the umpire says. Not out. Well, I think the crowd was glad that was not out because Lillee threw the return in. They prefer to see Lillee have a chance of taking this 5th wicket. Sobers 33, 9 for 279. The stumps repaired. Sobers facing Mackenzie. In the air, it's to mid-off and he's out. So Sobers, the last man out, caught by Sheehan. Bowled Mackenzie for 33. Beatty, not out, no score. There were 8 sundries. The World 11 all out for 279. So the full board for the second innings of the World 11. Engineer caught Sheehan, bowled Lillee 4. Gavaskar bowled Mackenzie 21. Kanhai bowled Jenner 118. Abbas caught Stackpole, bowled Mackenzie 51. Cunis bowled Mackenzie, no score. Lloyd caught Stackpole, bowled O'Keefe 32. Gregg caught substitute Greg Chappell, bowled Lillee 10. Hutton caught Marsh, bowled Lillee 1. Intercarb caught Sheehan, bowled Lillee 1. Sobers caught Sheehan, bowled Mackenzie for 33. Beatty was not out, no score. 8 sundries, all out for 279. Australia winning this match outright by an innings and 11 runs. It really has been a wonderful match for Australian cricket. Lillee, 8 for 29, 4 for 63, a total of 12 wickets for